Good morning, world. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Hope everyone is doing well. Got all my orders pulled and ready to go. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oops, let me mute that. Good morning, Renee. Your first Memphis. I did get your email, and I'm going to talk to my sister Renee and see if she wants to meet up with you. Good morning, Philip. Good morning, Danny. Good morning, Adam. Thank you guys for being here. Everywhere this morning. So yeah, Justin's been sick, so he hasn't had his show the past 2 mornings, but yeah, hope he gets better. Good morning, Gina, Anissa, Monty, Craig, good morning. Dusty, good morning, good morning. Mike, the Maniac Picker, good morning. John, yeah, John in the Polar Vortex, Cincinnati. L, good morning. Hope everyone has been having a good one. One moment, please. Over here. To roll my bins to block off my dogs, or they try to sneak towards the litter box. Okay. John says he had heard that YouTube was canceled due to the cold, so he's happy to see it's still on. Yeah. I heard some places, including parts of Cincinnati, postal service isn't picking up or whatever. And luckily we've missed out on everything here. They called for some ice here in Northern Virginia, but we didn't see anything. I think maybe it went north of us, which is good. But my wife was able to telework today, so she's upstairs working. And I'm downstairs working. So, yep. I had some, surprise. It is what, practice what you preach. I've been listing pretty hardcore the past 3 days. And surprise, sales are good. Sales have picked right back up where they should be. And Monty, I heard no mail delivery in polar vortex areas today on the news. Yep. I've been hearing the same things. Certain areas. Yep, that's what I've been hearing. Some areas. I don't know exactly where. That John said the whole city of Cincinnati just called off today. I don't blame them. Good morning, pick and roll. Good morning. So yeah, no topic. I didn't even think of anything. Just doing our normal show. Like I said, I do have all my orders picked. Some pretty good sales. I am waiting payment on one item that I took an offer on, and hope they pay for that. So, because it was a pretty good sale. Monty says he heard it's too cold for everyone to be outside, and I have heard that about parts of the, like north areas, of course, like Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois. Like literal negative wind chills of negative like 65, and so can you imagine that? That would like freeze your ears off in seconds. That is cold for Alabama, Craig. I get that. Yeah. 30 degrees in Texas, where Monty's at. So, that's cold in those areas. A lot of people are like, "Oh, that's not cold." Those areas, that is cold. So, but we'll live, right? Renee, who has NASCOke, asked, "Do I have any thoughts to share about the global shipping service?" I love the global shipping program. I know it's a bigger cost to the buyers, but the global shipping program is what eBay could be. There is really good buyer protection or seller protection. Like the couples, I haven't had really any issues with it, but the 2 times I have had an issue, it was no issue for me because I got to keep my money, and yeah, it is what it is. But I love the global shipping program. If you're eligible for it, sign up for it. Good morning, Denise. Denise is in Minnesota. She can tell us about bad weather. Let me see here. Good morning, Gina. Yeah, yeah. Denise is in Minnesota, and so is Lauren. And I know she's not in here, but Lauren had a live show yesterday, and that was cool. She had a haul video, and that was awesome. Good morning, Light Rays. Thank you for popping in. John, is just like any other thing. You can, treat it just like a domestic one. If you can pay to have it sent back to you, or if it's not worth your while, just let them keep it. That's unfortunate, but that's the way it is. And that's if it's an INAD, if it's an item not described, if the item was damaged in any way, and I have done this before with global shipping program. Like I had a printer that someone bought global shipping program, and they said it wasn't working. So I was like, was the outside shipping box, because I double boxed it. I had the original printer box, and I put another box on the outside because that's a concern with international shipping. I was like, was the exterior box damaged in any way whatsoever? And they said, well, yeah, it is. And they took pictures and sent them to me. Bam. eBay covers that, or whoever they had, that company they have do all their global shipping program. I forget what the name is. It's a big, huge conglomerate company, but you're covered if there's any damage. If it's an INAD, you just got to eat it, unfortunately, just like with any return, domestic or otherwise. So hope that answered your question, John. Yeah, Adam never had problems with global shipping yet. And it's just like anything, you may have problems, you may not. So Turtle Trader, good morning. I don't blame you, man. All the turtles would be far underground in this cold weather. Mr. Sadie, -5 here with the wind chill, -18. Yep. That's stay inside, just like Turtle Trader. Let's see, I'm scrolling up here. Oh man, Jennifer's in Indianapolis, -40. Wow, that is, forget it. Forget about it. Forget about it. Yeah, that's why. And I heard, Denise, in some parts, of course, that wind is kicking up hard, and it's -60, 65. I'm sure, man. It's crazy. Yeah, that's stupid. Even if you have like your house, all warmed up and stuff, you still better have your water dripping because the pipes will freeze. And yeah, crazy, crazy cold. Good morning, Cole. Thank you for popping in. Mr. Sadie says all closed, or all schools closed in St. Louis. Yep. And we have a bunch of families still in, actually most of them are in Kansas City area, but same deal over there as in St. Louis, so. Sadie, yeah, just like my dog. That's what I figured. Sadie. Yep. Good morning, Dan. Dan is New Hampshire guy. Thanks for popping in, bud. Long-time subscriber there. Yeah, tell me about it. And this, like all these unique, like Justin still pronounces yours wrong, but people have different ways of pronouncing things, and yeah, it's hard. Denise says the good thing is 40 balmy degrees this coming Saturday. Yeah, that's to get your lawn chairs out and lay out by the lake. 40 degrees in Minnesota. Cole has a question on eBay suggesting you to lower the price on something you comp and think it is fairly priced. Do you ignore or drop suggest amount? That's totally up to you. You do not have to take the recommendation, and 99% of the time I do not take the recommendation because it's low to me. Of course, I am a slow dime. A lot of people have to be quick nickels because they need their capital back, so they take the eBay suggested price or even lower sometimes. I see that a lot, but totally up to you, but you don't have to abide by it. I do not. And a good Okay, I'm not going to tell you the item specifically. It's one I'm about to pack up, but I listed an item yesterday, and eBay suggested price was only like $54, literally. And I was like, no, I've done my research, and I listed the item for $140, and it sold in less than a day. So eBay would have cost them, if I'd have took their recommendation, that's $90 difference or so. Yeah. So take it for what it is, though. Light raisins in southern Indiana. Whopping high of 7 degrees. Cold stuff. Yeah, Monty ignores them. John ignores them. Yeah, we do, John. We know a lot more than eBay does about what we want to do, what we need. But you do you. You know, everybody's different. Slow dime, quick nickel, whatever your philosophy is, it is not wrong. It is just what you need. You know what you have in an item. You know how quick you need your money back out of the item. Everybody's different. No problem, Coco. That's why we are here. Ain't that right? Everyone, take a millisecond and hit the thumbs up or the other one, whatever you think. Yes, they are, Denise. Denise is 100% correct. eBay pricing recommendations are on crack. Yes, they are. Mr. Sadie ignores as well. I think it's all automatic when they have watchers on eBay's end. No reasoning. No, absolutely not. Like I said, yeah, to me, it's mostly, I can't say one way or another, but sometimes they're close, but I still go above. But a lot of the times they're way off, just like the one I was just telling you about, not $54 to 140. So, yeah. And Turtle Trader says no way on eBay suggestions. So that was a good question you had there, Coco. A lot of people. Danny EMM asked, does anyone here use multi? I don't know, Danny. Yeah. Maybe someone else can pipe in, John or somebody else. I just don't. I don't use that. So yeah, I think my very hope the haul video is okay with everyone, because we're being very, very picky, of course, very picky picking, which makes for smaller hauls, but it's usually good stuff. Like the item I was telling you about with the eBay suggested pricing, that 54 to 140 was an item from this last haul. Listed it and sold within about 12 or 14 hours. So yeah. And I know it, like the haul video was only like 12 minutes, but you know, when you have not a massive amount of stuff like we used to get. Oh, thanks, John. Yeah, it's pretty good stuff. Craig says my eBay buyers could care less about that. Now the opposite on eBay to Amazon customer. That's a different story. Yeah. Amazon customers are a different breed. They're picky. They know they can return things easily. I mean, eBay, you can return things easily as well, but Amazon is super duper easy. Good morning, Shannon. Thank you for popping in. So yeah, I was my regular mailman yesterday. You know, I've talked about my mailman is awesome. His name's Joe. He's a Navy veteran, and he's just an awesome dude. I have an exterior camera, so I can pull it up on my iPad or my phone, and I can kind of see him if he's coming around. But he'll get to one of the boxes out up the road a little ways, and he'll beep his horn because he knows I'm listening for him. And I'll go out and hand him my packages and stuff. And he's trying to train his subs to do the same. He's like, these knuckleheads, they just. I was like, I know. I always catch them anyway because I see them on my camera, and I know about what time they're going to run. But yesterday, when we have a good neighborhood, we have good neighbors, mostly professionals, mostly federal employees, a lot of veterans, just like us. But there's a Lebanese couple on the street over from me, awesome people. And they made Joe this traditional Lebanese like wraps and like grape leaves with rice and like, I don't know if it was beef or lamb or something. He was like, you got to try these. They gave my mailman this dish of stuff. and we were sitting out there eating this traditional Lebanese stuff, whatever it's called, and it was awesome. I've never had Lebanese food before. I'm more of I love, Mexican food, Central American food, El Salvadoran food is awesome. Yeah, but these Lebanese wrap things were awesome. They're really good. That's how awesome a dude my mailman is. He was like, try some of my food that a neighbor gave to me. So we'll sit there and chat for a little while, and yep. Turtle Trader, funny. Big Papa Yo, good morning, bud. He says, I use Amazon boxes from my neighbor all the time and haven't had an issue so far. I was wondering if that's going to work now they're cracking down. Yeah, I don't know. I used to do that too, recycle whatever boxes I could use, but now I'm pretty much strictly the Priority Mail boxes or the eBay branded boxes. Good morning, Piper John. Thank you for popping in. Oh, I got to do my, I know I'm forgetting one thing. I'll do my YouTube account overview in a minute. One of the things that people seem to like. Mr. Sadie, anyone else have luck sending your watchers offers? I sold a couple that way. I've done it, and I used to do it every day, Mr. Sadie, but I've only gotten 1 or 2 sales off those. But yeah, it's worth trying. It's just another tool in your kit to use, right? Dan, funny. Oh man, El Salvadoran food is awesome, man. We have a literal El Salvadoran family that has a restaurant just up the road from us, and their food is killer. I mean, it's so good. Denise, like I said, it wasn't like in a grape leaf, but the rice wasn't on the outside. It was completely like in a grape leaf, but the rice and the spices and the whatever meat it was on the inside, and it was just super good. It was like a finger food. I don't know. I've never had it before, but it was awesome. Making my mouth water. I'm still on a fast and hungry. Oh gosh. Good morning, Marco. Thank you for commenting on the videos, Marco. Appreciate that. Hello, Flipping Particles. Thank you for popping in. She sells. We got Joe from Family Flips in here. Welcome, welcome. Another Arkansas guy. Oh yes, yes, Craig, pupusas. Oh, they are the best. I love pupusas. I have not tried the fried yucca. I have to try that. I'm bad about. I mean, I'd like to try a bunch of stuff, and I don't mind trying a bunch of stuff. But if I find something I'm like, oh, I'll get that again, But yeah. Andy, good morning, bud. Is your work shut down, Andy? Is it too cold in Illinois? Uncle Warren, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Sean. Dawn, good morning. Thank you for popping in. You guys, when you pop in, if you don't mind, just click that thumbs up there a little bit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so let's do our YouTube overview. I'll pull up the YouTube Studio app. It's just something I just I didn't even think about doing this. It's just something I started doing just because, someone asked a question about it, and yeah, it's good for transparency, so. Oh yeah, 54 watching. Thanks, guys. You guys are so awesome. Good morning, Lex. Good morning, good morning. Oh, of course, it's him getting that screen. Something's not right. Oh, there we go. Okay, so Danny did my first thrift shop haul. Was interesting. I'll have to check that out, Danny. Yeah, Yeah. If you want to link your channel, one of the mods will approve it. That's fine with me. It helps me find it as well. So yeah. Yeah, I got TubeBuddy, Craig. I like TubeBuddy. It works pretty well. Good morning, Ann Gregory. Early in California, 6:20 a.m. in California. There's Lauren in Minnesota. You survived the cold night, Lauren. Loved your video yesterday. You did awesome. Oh, good. The weather missed us here in Northern Virginia, so we're all good. It's cold, but not as cold as it is in Minnesota. Andy called off today. -24, -49 wind chill. Not worth it. Nope, I wouldn't either. It's just flat out dangerous to be out in that kind of cold. I don't care what anyone says, 55 in Florida. Lauren barely survived. Yeah. Okay, Danny. Okay, so YouTube overview. Let me get this down here a little bit. This is the YouTube Studio app. So we got the last 48 hours, 1,000 views exactly. Top real-time views video right now is my thrift store haul, of course, with 405 views. The last 28 days, just over 200,000 watch minutes. To put that into context, you need 240,000 watch minutes in a year to be monetized. So 200,000 a month is good, at least for me. I know it isn't for a bunch of these big guys, but it's good for me. Just about 15,306 views the past 28 days. Average view duration of 13 minutes and 11 seconds. Man, not very good. Estimated revenue of $74.08 last 28 days. That's usually about 50-50 with super chats. You guys are awesome to give super chats and ad revenue. Usually that's the way it's been running. I think the ad revenue is actually a little bit higher now, but not too bad. 225 new subscribers the past 28 days. 65.9% of watchers are subscribers. 31% are not subscribers that watch. 97.3% likes versus dislikes. And the top video the past 28 days is episode 68, a What Sold video with 14,160 watch minutes. You guys can see that. So, yep, that's our breakdown for today. Let's see here. Scrolling back up. Missed you guys in the chat. Big Papa Yo said it got down to 37 in St. Augustine, Florida. Cold, cold, cold. Mr. Sadie bought 2 large boxes of 80s Barbie furniture for $20. I have no idea about Barbie, but there's a profit there somewhere. Yeah, I agree. Susan, make French toast and celebrate the no snow. Yeah, use up the milk and bread. Yeah, absolutely. You know what's funny is everybody, runs out and clears out the milk and bread, and that's 2 things my wife and I don't even use. We don't use. My wife is lactose intolerant, and I could care less about it. Because just don't need it. Yeah, me too. I was just saying that she sells. I might be the only one who doesn't run and grab that. Me either. I don't do it. Let me see here. Mr. Sadie, you did more in 1 month than my YouTube lifetime, and I'm on YouTube 8 years. I guess I don't know if I'm doing good or if I don't know what that means because, oh gosh. Oh, thanks, Craig. Thank you, Danny. Sean Matheny, it's been a good morning so far. Woke up to eBay message upping my sales limits to 640 items, 11,000 max. That's always good, isn't it, brother? That is always good. Dawn says, did you see the Rockstar Flipper where he told how much he makes on YouTube? I did not. You want to, yeah. I don't, I try to watch, all the, Scott and Craig and Andy and Justin and Lauren, but there's honestly too many to watch during the day. But I try to watch everyone I can, even if I'm working, if I'm not in a working hangout, which is tough to be in a working hangout for me because it's tough for me to focus. I like to focus when I'm listing, I want to list, and have just white noise playing in the background. But yeah, it is what it is. Mo Flips says it feels like -1 right now, but then Friday it's going to be 65 degrees. If you're in Missouri, if that's what Mo stands for, that's typical Missouri weather right there in a nutshell. Lived in Missouri for 10 years and Arkansas for 20. Let me see here. Scroll back up. And Lex says there's definitely profit in old Barbie things. Danny says Southerners clear out the beer and wine. Yep. I grew up in the South, and that is 100% correct. If you keep putting out videos like you did yesterday, Lauren, you'll make a lot more. And people love that. It was awesome. Absolutely, Lauren. 100%. It will be. You're too good at this, and you'll make more if you. I know it's a time issue because you work full time, but the more time you put into it, the more you definitely will make. Especially live videos. If you started doing live videos, I think you'd be raking it in the super chats. I get $1 here, $2 there, but I think you would do well with that. Andy says, Mr. Sadie just need to start a comedy channel. That would be huge. The funny guy. They're never in here, but Hank Allen, all in cash. I can't remember, but they're never in my chats. But I see them in other people's chats. I saw them in Lauren's chat yesterday and in Justin's chat. But she is so funny. She could be a comedian. Welcome Thrifter Junker Vintage Hunter. That's a good name. A lot of people don't realize how much time it takes to make a YouTube video. It's so much more work than people realize. So much more. Yes, it is. Especially, I mean, these are easy. You turn on the camera and you go. And it's good if you think about a topic or whatever, but you can just get on here and ramble. But the pre-produced videos, like our haul videos and our sold videos, they take time. They take time. Absolutely, absolutely. Lex says, I don't watch Rockstar anymore because I do not buy clothing, and there are many YouTube presenters that I relate to. Yeah. Is that what all Rockstar does is clothing? Because I'm about 50-50. I do a lot of clothing, but I do a lot of hard goods as well. So, Craig, don't know what happened when you tried to join. That was odd. Oh, yeah, I don't know either. Yeah, I don't know. There was some reverb or feedback. I don't know what was happening. Everything was set up the way it normally is. YouTube is muted. Hangouts was muted. My microphone is just like normal. So I don't know, but it is what it is. Let me see here. I missed my spot. It jumped to the chat, jumped on me, and it lost my spot. I think I saw it. Lauren says, I want to move to Arkansas. No, you don't. Well, I'll take that back. I grew up in Arkansas. I grew up in Northeast Arkansas. You do not want to move to Northeast Arkansas, Southern Arkansas, or the Little Rock area. If you move to North Central Arkansas for the lakes and stuff, that's fine. Or Northwest Arkansas. Northwest Arkansas is fine as well. But the rest of it, I don't recommend. Oh, that's awesome. Texas is supposed to jump to 70 degrees on Saturday. That's more normal there. You see, scrolling. Yeah, Lauren showed a lot of. I mean, I don't do a lot of the women's clothes. I do is stuff my wife picks up. But yeah, learned a lot from Lauren's video, her haul video yesterday. Lots of brands that I'm like, I had no idea. If you want to do women's clothing, you go check it out. You can link it if you want to, Lauren. Let's see. Hank is hilarious. Andy is just one of the few that's actually truly, people put LOL or haha in the chat all the time, but she really made me laugh out loud. Well, that's true, thrifter, junker, vintage hunter. But if you get a big enough following, you can actually sell your stuff on Insta live. If you're doing videos. But you know, takes a lot. It's just like anything. YouTube takes a lot of time. Instagram takes a lot of time. It's whatever you want to do. It's whether the old saying, six of one, half a dozen of another. You know. Just see here, scrolling back up, scrolling back up. Yeah, Amazon is a hot topic, Don. Yeah, absolutely. Let me see. Andy and Hank were on point the other day when forming a resellers dating service. That was on Justin's chat that morning. That's what had me laughing so hard was Hank's pickup lines for resellers. Just hilarious. Yep, Lauren, pick up clothing because you can pick up tons and barely take up any space. Yep, big profit margins as well. That's why I'll always look through it. I didn't mean to offend you there, Joe, but I grew up there, and I'll put it this way: it's not for me. And I literally grew up. I was born in Osceola in Mississippi County, grew up in Jonesboro, same high school, Nettleton High School, my whole life. Nettleton school system. It's not for me. But a lot of stuff's not for me. I don't ever mean to offend anyone. It's just my opinion. It's my personal. Yeah, Lauren, Northwest Arkansas is awesome. I actually lived in Fayetteville for about 4 years after high school. I was in the Marine Reserves, and that was in Little Rock, but I lived in Fayetteville for from about 1996 to about 2000. Loved Fayetteville. That whole Northwest Arkansas area is awesome. Yeah, the Rogers area. Yeah, the Springdale, Rogers, Bentonville. Yeah, that's a super nice area. One of my best friends still lives there. He lives in Springdale. Oh wow. He showed his YouTube profit screen, and it showed 14 to 22,000 a year. That's awesome. That's way more than my $700 a year was it going to be. Nate, good morning, Nate. Nate did his first Amazon. Did you do an FBA, Nate? That's awesome. I'm glad you took the plunge. I'm telling you, yeah, Northwest Arkansas is awesome. And I think Minnesota is great, but it's just cold. The winters are too cold for me. Yep, Marco's clothing is quick and easy to ship. That is for sure. Sorry, I'm trying to scroll through the chat, trying to catch up. Yeah, that would be awesome to have two spots, Lauren. To have you summer in Minnesota and winter in Arkansas. That'd be perfect. Got to be a Razorback fan though if you go to Northwest Arkansas, Lauren. Yeah, exactly, Joe. That's what I was talking about, the Delta, and that's where I grew up. Would be considered the Mississippi Delta of Arkansas. It's just not good. Good morning, Destiny, Shamrock Pixie. Thank you. Thank you for popping in. You're scrolling. Joe said, no offense taken, I wouldn't want to live where you grew up either. Nope. I'm telling you, and people, and I think Lauren could probably relate to this because I think mosquitoes are fairly bad in Minnesota, but the mosquitoes in Northwest Arkansas, because let me explain Northeast Arkansas to people that have never been there. And if you've never been, there's no reason to go. It's the flatlands. It's super flat. And in the summer, there's either three things. There is cotton fields, soybean fields, and rice fields as far as the eye can see. They're just everywhere. And those rice fields, to combine that with the bayous, I mean, it's Arkansas, but it's still a bayou. Mosquitoes are just awful. I mean, off the charts awful in that area. So, yeah, don't recommend. Yeah, Minnesota. I mean, I've heard that, but Minnesota, I think it's weird. I was looking at the quality of life rankings, and Minnesota is like number 3 for quality of life, number 7 in healthcare. They're in the top 10 for everything, and the taxes are high, but the trade-off is you have good everything: infrastructure, healthcare, schools. So it's a trade-off. Just like in Northern Virginia, the taxes are high, but yeah, it is what it is. I don't want to get into politics for sure. Lex says, can you show how to prepare the labels to go over labels for an item for Amazon? Don't do enough Amazon to do that, Lex. Honestly, I haven't even sold an item. I have probably 100 items listed on Amazon, just merchant fulfilled, and I haven't sold an item on Amazon in probably 2 months, or probably right before Christmas. So over a month. So maybe somebody else will, though. It's something I would like to beef up, is doing more FBA, but I'm trying to work out the timing and the areas to do it. Yeah, I empathize, Lauren. Like I said, that the taxes in Northern Virginia, like the taxes on our house, the property taxes are super high. But yeah, it is what it is. We're only here for about another 10 years and then we'll move somewhere else. Danny asked, when doing books for FBA, if you found a book at a thrift shop and it's still in plastic sealed, do you list it as used? You just gotta, if it's still sealed in the plastic and the edges aren't all wrecked or anything, if it is truly looks pristine, then list it as new. Good morning, Glenn, Swamp Picker. Yeah, getting a little bit too political. Moving on. Mo flips, with cost and time, I don't know if I want to do Amazon. Correct me if I'm wrong. $40 a month, up to 15% fees, cost of shipping to Amazon. Then you have to wait like 2 weeks to get paid. Plus, can't sell. It all depends, Mo. It works for a lot of people, and it all depends on what you can do. The $40 a month only makes sense if you're selling at least 40 items a month as well, because it's $1 per item on the basic account, or the $40 a month with the pro account. So it's all on what you're doing, if you're sending in enough to do 40 sales a month or not. So I know it works for a lot of people, but like I said, it doesn't. I'm not saying it doesn't work for me. I have done FBA before, but I haven't. It's not my main focus, just because of what's available to me. The retail stores, retail arbitrage around me are not good. The population's too high. The stuff that gets clearance doesn't get clearance far enough to pick it up for RA. So, because they just do a little discount and people snap it up, because our population in the DC metro area is 9 million, literally. So, yeah, it is what it is. Okay, I'm trying to scroll back. The only way I'd ever move back to Arkansas, Lauren's to move to Fayetteville, the northwest Arkansas. And if moving to the only way my wife would move to northwest Arkansas is if we could buy a mid-century modern house. There's a lot of houses around Fayetteville that were designed by an architect, and their name is slipping my mind, but he was a disciple of Frank Lloyd Wright, and he designed a lot of houses, and a lot, like 40 houses in around Fayetteville that are mid-century modern. That's the only way I could convince my wife to move back there, if she could get one of those houses. Let me see here. Man, that is super cheap for shipping heavy boxes. I know Amazon had that sweetheart deal to send FBA shipments in. So, hey, Scott, good morning, bud. Thank you for popping in. We're totally all over the place today, so whatever. Lots of FBA questions, so I'm glad you popped in. It's moving. Hit that thumbs up, people. Appreciate it. 64 watching. I got the best subscribers on YouTube. Lex says, I love mid-century. Yeah, my wife does as well. One of these months, I'll do a tour around our house of all the furniture and stuff we've picked up at thrift stores and auctions, and a lot of it's mid-century. So, yeah. People are correcting each other on FBA, so. Is it Dusty K? I live in Northeast Arkansas. See, she confirmed me here. I live in Northeast Arkansas, surrounded by fields. I agree 100% about the mosquitoes. They're awful. Awful, awful, awful. Okay. Yeah, I watched your video, Scott, about your returns, your, what'd you call it? Returnuary. You got pretty lucky on that haul for Returnuary. It wasn't that bad. I know it can be worse though. So okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start packing stuff up. Okay. So let me see here. Let me get my orders pulled up, awaiting shipment. Okay. I'm going to do what I normally do. For those of you that don't know, with the increase in shipping prices, pirate ship a lot of time isn't the cheapest anymore, unless you qualify for cubic. It seems like eBay is the better option now. So that was a good couple months with pirate ship getting cheap rates, but now it's back to eBay mostly. But we'll go through and I'll check both. Started checking both since the new rates came into effect. So let's do it. Make sure my, okay. Yep. Go back to the classic label printing page. Okay. I know this first one's going to go in our trusty 7x7x6 priority mailbox. Use a lot of these, not only for coffee mugs, but for a bunch of stuff. Get some bubble wrap. Well, right. This is a pretty heavy item, so it may be qualified for cubic, actually, depending on where it's going. small but heavy. All right, first one. It is 3 pounds and 5 ounces. 3 pounds, 5 ounces. So we're going to check eBay first. Calculate. Yeah, this is going away. Where's this going? This is going to Oregon. So, and this is calculated shipping. So buyer paid shipping on this. Priority mail $17.09. So let's check pirate ship. Yep, qualifies for cubic. Check this out, guys. This is an awesome example. This is a heavy item. Like I said, it's 3 pounds, 5 ounces. Fits in a 7x7x6 priority mail box. On eBay, $17.09. Same exact everything on pirate ship. It's $8.92. So essentially $17 to $9. $8 savings right in your pocket because of cubic. Print that out. Pirate ship it is. Awesome savings. All right. Number one. Down. I'm going to mute the mic here. I got to blow my schnoz. Okay, back. Yeah, ever since having that head cold and my nose has been super runny, you know, that happens. Let me see what you guys are talking about. Okay. So one thing I almost forgot to do is, since I'm using eBay a lot, I'm back to having to transfer my PayPal money immediately. When I was doing just pirate ship, there was no need to worry about that. But using eBay shipping, I need to transfer my money, so it, of course, charges my credit card, my backup funding source. Yep, there we go. Get this transferred over. I need to, I think my prescription's out of date because things are getting a little bit more difficult to see. I need to go to the eye doctor and get a new prescription. Spend all that money I just transferred. Okay, so back to shipping. Back to shipping. Is that a pretty good rate, Scott? Yeah, what's that about? 50% or so, 50% resellable on returns. Is that pretty good? I could see you in Florida, Andy. You seem more at home in the somewhere tropical. It's the parrot head thing, I guess. But yeah. Good morning, South of Martindale. Thanks for popping in. Okay, so next item up for bids. Well, that's a good one. See, I got to get a poly bag. A big poly bag. A massive poly bag. I have these for a reason. A lot of times it's to get stuff to qualify for cubic, but the other reason is stuff like this that's sold. This thing would be almost impossible to put in a box. I'm going to show it because of this big seat. It would be a huge box, but in a poly bag, you just fold it over and put it in there, just like a piece of clothing in a poly bag. Because this is a piece of clothing technically, it just has a seat on it. All right, just like that. Huge, huge, huge. Get this folded over. There we go. All right, big one. It's not going too far though. I think it's going to New York State. £2, 14 ounces. 2 pounds, 14 ounces. All right. Measure this one up. It's a 23 by 18 by 8. 23 by 18 by 8. $7.76 on eBay, and this is probably going to be an eBay one. I have a feeling because it's so close. 2 pounds and 14 ounces. Got lucky it creeped in under 3 pounds. Yeah, $7.99 on Pirate Ship and $7.76. So that about 25-cent difference. So eBay it is. Going to Watkins Glen, New York, where the NASCAR track is. Watkins Glen. All right. There we go. Second one down. Oh, this is an easy one here. Let's there it is. Okay. Another piece of clothing. Poly bag. I know I'm not showing the items, but you know that's what haul and sold videos are for. But I hope at least that you know the shipping process, you know, people get something out of it, especially with all these changes all the time happening all the time. Everything always changes. You have to learn quick. 1 pound and 3 ounces. I knew that I would miss out on first class, but this one would probably be a eBay as well, or eBay label as well. Just a guess. I could be wrong. £1 pound, 3 ounces. eBay is $8.25. It could be shipped cheaper on Pirate Ship. It depends on if it qualifies for cubic or not. Let's see if it does. Qualifies for cubic, so it was $8.25 on eBay, $8.12 on cubic, so it saves 13 cents on Pirate Ship, but 13 cents is 13 cents, you know. So going Pirate Ship label. They've really closed the gap on this cubic rate on most of everything. So I gotta reset my printer. My Dymo. Sometimes it does that, just weird reasons. It'll just all of a sudden not be connected. The printer is offline, but all you have to do is reset it, unplug it, plug it back in. And there you go. I don't know why it does it. It just does it every once in a while. All right, that one's done. What's next? Let's see here. Okay, let's do this little thing next. I feel like an old fuddy-duddy because I prefer the classic printing page or the label page on eBay. I don't like the new one. The new one, you have to scroll down too far to do stuff. The classic one, everything is right there. You can do everything without scrolling or anything. It's about efficiency to me. It's not about being an old fuddy-duddy, I guess. At least I keep telling myself that. That's another example of, this is definitely a first-class eligible item, but the person paid for priority mail, so they need it fast. So priority mail is what they're going to get. I'm still going to compare, though. This is going to fit one of the smaller eBay padded mailers. And get this cord arranged, it will. Okay. There you go. 11 ounces. With my free shipping coupon, I got some of these, and they're pretty handy. They're good for DVDs and small stuff. $11 ounces, and these are 9 by 8 by 2. So priority mail on eBay is $8.01. Let's check Pirate Ship. So priority cubic, $8.25. See, there's a perfect example of what I was talking about. On eBay, the top rated commercial plus discount, regular priority mail, $8.01 for this. Pirate ship with the the flat cubic rate is $8.25. So cubic is more expensive on this than a regular priority mail label. That's how things have changed. But bottom line is this one's going the eBay label. So yeah. My, how things have changed in such a short period of time. Change. All right. Need to reprint that label. It printed too big. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Now we're good. Oh, I ran out of labels. I got more. I got more. Okay. They're over here. I know where they're at. Just gotta get to them. Ta-da. More labels. I need to check my stock though and make sure I don't never want to run out, that's for sure. This may be loud, sorry. And there you go. Done. Okay. Last item, I think. Yep, last item. Last item is the one I just sold this morning. So, yeah. And it was a pretty good one. It was a good way to start out the day for sure. And this one is going to Texas. Texas. Okay. This item I'm picking up, I had, like I said, I listed it yesterday. And it sold this morning. But yesterday, about an hour after I listed it, somebody, I didn't have offers on it because I typically don't put best offers on newly listed items. And got a message about an hour after listing from someone asking if I would take $100 for this item I had listed for $140. I was like, no, I mean, I think, I know this item is worth what I have it listed for, and it's newly listed. But then I got to looking at that person's feedback, and they had an eBay store, so I went and looked at it. Yeah, they sell this item, and what they were going to do is buy it, try to buy it at a low price and make money off of it, which I don't have a problem with that, but I have it listed for a price. If you want it, buy it at that price. But yeah, it is what it is. I don't care if people make money, but I don't know. What do you guys think about that? You have a newly listed item and another eBayer tries to lowball you to buy it to sell it on their store. What do you think about that? I know opinions will be wide and varied, but it ended up selling to not that person. It ended up selling to just a regular customer for full asking, of course. Perfect. I was worried that those wouldn't fit, but they're perfect. Perfect fit. Love things when it works out that way, don't you? Okay. Nice. Rally Rooch just posted a video. An alert on my phone. I haven't even, I mean, they have good stuff. I haven't even had a chance to watch any of their stuff, though. I wanted to watch that one where they bought out the Western clothing store. That's something that I would do for sure. 2 pounds, 9 ounces. 2 pounds, 9 ounces. By 8 by 6. That's going to Texas. eBay rate is $11.45. Let's see what pirate ship. So eBay $11.45, pirate ship $11.80. eBay wins again by, is that 35 cents? 35 cents cheaper on eBay. Done. All right. Back to the chat. Oh, absolutely, Piper John. That's exactly what I did. Like I said, turn them down, stuck to my guns, and it sold this morning full asking to just a customer, you know. I don't know, Lauren. I don't know if you missed anything good or not. I packed up all my stuff. That was good. Dawn had the same thing happen this week. A new leather briefcase listed for $99 and the eBay seller for $10. See, that's just, oh, that is infuriating. I would have had a hard time not telling them to F off. Yeah, people are still trying it, Danny. Well, they banned like drop shipping. This is people buying stuff to resell for a higher price. It's not technically drop shipping, but yeah. I was just wondering people's opinions on it. Yvette, I don't, you know, they haven't made an announcement, or at least last time I checked, eBay hadn't made an announcement about it, but it's so widespread that I can't imagine that eBay will not say that, you know, things will be delayed, because it's all across the Midwest of the United States that things are going to be closed and delayed and all that stuff. So Mo Flips, anyone do promoted listings? I have, and I do sometimes. It's just like anything. It depends on what categories you're in. Clothing, it's helpful. I did run some in Christmas because things get competitive, but yeah, do sometimes, you know, all on what you want to do. Wow, we still got 60 watching and 36 thumbs up. That's awesome. You guys are great. There you go, Kelly. Welcome, Kelly. Says that Kelly, the econ mom. Ward says that eBay says they're aware of the closed post office and won't count against you if you're in that area. So make sure you're in that area. Let me see. Dawn, I usually will always counter, but when I saw it, it was an eBay seller. I just declined. Absolutely. You did the right thing. You did the right thing. Yeah, you may have to give them a call, Jameson's, or I don't know if the postal service has a Twitter or anything. A lot of times, that's the best way to get information is like social media, Twitter, Facebook. Oh, there you go. Denise Bird knows best. Thank you. Thank you for answering. Uncle Warren, I don't respond to unsolicited offers. Yeah, that's and pretty much I don't either. But every once in a while, if it's an an item that has slipped through the cracks, usually I'll put best offers on older items. But if it's something that's older, I had a while, and somebody messages me about it, I will make a deal with them. But it just depends. Everything's variable. Just like I've preached before. I'm like, there's no black and white in this business at all. It's this area is chock full of gray areas. Just like on items, I was talking to someone about, Harley shirts, and Andy will back me up on this. The Pairhead Picker is like, I typically don't pick up like the basic black Harley shirts, but there's exceptions for everything. There's always exceptions, so Andy does promoted listings sometimes. What I miss? Oh, yeah, good luck, good luck, Lex. I'm a pet lover. I'm surprised my cats haven't been up here. At least Hobbs hasn't been down here in my face. But I know how that is. So good luck with that. We wish you the best. Let's see here. Oh my gosh. Lauren says just on Facebook that the northern Twin City suburbs are being asked to turn the heat down to 60 so they don't have a natural gas shortage. Oh my goodness. That's where I was this way in Missouri, and I'm not this way in general. I don't know why I'm this way. I don't know what. I think it's because when I grew up poor. When you grow up poor, your mind like works differently. That's the only, it may not be true, but that's the only thing I can come up with in my head. I always want to have a backup of a backup of a backup for almost everything. And I was that way in Missouri, and it's more limited here to that extent, but in Missouri I was that way for sure. Like heating, we had of course our central heating area, and we were on propane, which I hate. Propane is expensive, but we had it, we needed it. But the first thing I did when I bought that house, my house in Missouri on 5 acres, is I put in a wood stove. So guess what? Out of propane, we still got heat, buddy. We're ready to go. Me and my friend Keith and my brother-in-law Josh would go out for, it wouldn't take us even that long. We would cut wood for all three of us. A couple weekends in the summer, and we would have plenty of wood for myself and my friend Keith and my brother-in-law Josh. So yeah, I had the whole deal. I had the big chainsaw, a steel chainsaw, the log splitter, a tractor, the big truck. I had a dually back. I love that dually. I missed it. I actually sold it to my other brother-in-law, Justin. I had a dually and a big 22-foot flatbed trailer I would load wood on and haul it. So I don't know. It's weird how the mind works, isn't it? Absolutely, Lauren. Everyone in Minnesota should have a wood burning stove. Chris, and that's the only thing I can think of. I'll never claim to be the smartest guy in the world, but I'm pretty thorough. It may take me longer, but I think things out. That's the only way I made it through college, is that I had to think things through. He says I agree. You definitely think differently growing up poor. Whoops, sorry about that. Smack the mic. Kelly talks about the electricity going out during winter and using kerosene heater to warm up. And it's funny you mentioned that, because I mentioned the Missouri thing with we had propane central heat and air. Not that the propane and all that, but I had the wood stove. I put that in myself. And we also did have a kerosene heater in the garage. And that was the backup that's what I was talking about. I had a backup of a backup of a backup. Kerosene heater with a big, 10-gallon jug of kerosene. I had a generator. Always had gasoline on hand, because we had, tractors and four-wheelers and everything, lawnmowers and stuff. So yeah, backup of a backup of a backup. Yep. Yeah, there's several places in Missouri to get, free wood. And those pallets are usually oak. You don't want to put any softwoods through your wood stove because of creosote. But if it's oak, you're golden, buddy. We would, my friend Keith and Josh, we would cut mostly oak, but we would cut hickory a lot as well. Hickory was really good to burn. Really, really hard wood, hot burning. And if you needed to, to smoke a pork shoulder, hickory's good for that as well. All right, Piper John, thanks. I'm about to wrap it up here anyway. We've been on for an hour and 15 minutes. So if anybody has any last minute, up yours or questions, or you're a psychopath, hit it with us now. Or you can just hit the thumbs up, whatever you want to do. I'm flexible. Chris, getting too old for the regular wood stove. The pellet bags are easy. We buy the pellet. Yep, absolutely. Even, I'm in my low 40s, but I miss cutting wood sometimes, but other times I'm like, it's getting tough. Thanks, Andy. I thought you'd enjoy that. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Gina. Steampunk Town. Thank you. Thank you for everyone participating. Everybody, especially in the Midwest, Illinois, Indiana, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan. You guys stay warm. Yep, stay inside. Just like but I am filming our What Sold video later today. Hopefully be able to list some stuff today. And yeah, that'll be about it. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, chiming in. I like Pittsburgh. Was there this fall. All right, thanks, Lauren. All right, guys, that's it. I'm going to sign off. Yeah, our What Sold video will be live tonight for our patrons, and open to the public tomorrow on YouTube. So you guys look out for that, and we will see you live on Friday. Thanks, guys. We will check you later.